Hi everyone, it's me Lisa from Lisa Knits and Vlogs. Well, it's day one of Lisa's knit race, and I've gone back to making the Garter Stitch striped scarf. It is a beginner knitting, and I'm doing, this is how it will turn out. That's a man's scarf and it's 33 stitches. They're telling you can use the Click Eaton Country 8 ply or Click Eaton Country Natural 8 ply. I'm not using that, but you can use whatever yarn that you want to use. Sorry if you can hear my fan going, my aircon. It's a bit warm here today, but I'm doing 33 stitches at 176 centimeters, 60 blocks in total, and I'll tell you why we're doing 60 blocks in total. Now I've cast on my 33 stitches. I'll put on my stopper so then that way I don't lose my stitches. Now you cast on 33 stitches. The first row you knit. Normally you're supposed to slip the first one on the first row, but I don't. I do it the next time. So then when we get to this side, from this side up we knit 14 garter rows where you knit all the way, but you're always slipping the first stitch at every end. You're knitting, you slip, and then the first row, it's in blocks, and it's a 10 row repeat. So you slip one and you knit to the end. You slip one, you purl back. You slip one and you knit forward. Row 4 you slip and you purl back. Row 5 through 10 you're always slipping the stitch and you're knitting. You do that all the way up. And I use stitch markers for this scarf, so in that way I can tell you exactly how much I've done. So that's day one, and yes, I will sew my ends in when I get a bit further up. And what a pretty colour that is. Now I do that all the way up until I get 60 blocks. These are the blocks. So I've done 1, 2, 3, and I'm in the middle of block 4. Now the yarn that I'm using is the Value Ball Spray yarn, 150 grams. I got it from Spotlight. This one was being discontinued, so I picked up what was left. It's made in China, made for Spotlight Pty Ltd, www.spotlightstores.com, and it is a multicoloured one. Comes with an FSC, www.fsc.org, recycled paper made from recycled materials. And then when I go around to here, it will tell me warm machine wash or hand wash, do not bleach, cold rinse well, do not wring, dry flat in the shade, do not tumble dry, do not iron, dry cleanable. It is competition is 100% acrylic, 240 meters per ball, size 4.5 millimeter knitting needles, which is what I am using. And my tension would be for knitting is 19 stitches by 25 rows. It's 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters square. I do have another yarn like this if I need to. So while I'm here, I'll show you what I need to do. Now I got the pattern from a book at the library. I photocopied. But if you need to look, I don't know if your library, now a slip and then I knit. Now I don't know if your library would have books like that, or if you go back to the start and see that it's the Garter Stitch striped scarf, you might be able to Google it. But that's what I do. Now I knit this one to the end, all the way to the end. I'm very old school. I still use pen and paper to write things down on. And I'll show you once I get to mark it off. But this is a pretty colour. It's like some purples, some pinks, some white. I like variegated yarn, because you just don't know how it's going to turn out. I do hope that you all have been creating, having fun creating. Now when I get to the end here, and then when I turn around and go back, that's row number 9 done, and then row number 10, I do the same. I slip the stitch off, and then I knit from there. And I do that to the end. I bought this yarn going back quite a few years ago. They had it going out on sale, and I went to go back to get another colour, but they told me it was discontinued. And I said, oh, that's okay, but they brought yarn out in the same sort of thing, but in a different thing. I said, that's fine. I said, I can just knit it up to the colours that I got. So I said, that's fine. That is so fine. I said, that's fine. I'm cool with that. And I thought, well, seeing I've had you there a bit longer than the yarn that I've got there to be using, I thought I'd better start using it up. I think I've got 4 different colours of this brand. So there you go. That's what I've done. So that's that block done. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks done. And then what I do is I'll get my... Oh, sorry about that, guys, that you guys end up going down like that. I'm so sorry about that. That wasn't meant to happen. So I mark it off. And then this is where it is. So here I did row 1. And then from row 1 through to 14 was making the band. And then my blocks started here. So there's 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. So now I'm going to start block 5. And then that way I mark it off as I go. So I do hope you get the chance to like and comment. And I'll see you on the YouTube streets. Bye.